big story today off in the Atlantic. We have Hurricane Earl. We also have Tropical Storm Fiona and another system off in the Atlantic that we'll tell you about a little bit later on. There's a big dome of high pressure over the southeast United States, high pressure off in the Atlantic. These are influencing the direction of the storms and also our weather pattern over the next several days. Taking a look at our satellite imagery, look at this, the size of this storm. It is huge. Let's take a look at it. It stretches, if you look at it, the whole length and breadth of the Bahamas and then some. A really, really large storm with the feeder bands, the outflow, which means that over time, no matter where this storm goes, feeder bands will be over the eastern seaboard, perhaps all of the Bahamas. So while we're not going to get everything that this storm has to offer, we are going to get some activity from it, tropical storm force winds in particular into the southern Bahamas. Here we have behind this storm is Fiona. That's Earl. This is Fiona. It looks like it has like a barrier in between to say, well, you can't cross over that one. It's my territory. And then further on, we've got another wave coming off the African coast. Here's a bigger picture as we blow it up for you. The eye of this storm really defined, and it's really symmetrical, indicative of the strength that this storm has, with all this yellow and orange stuff around. Heavy, heavy showers and thunderstorms, strong winds, category 4 storm this morning. All right, let's take a look at our radar. You'll see some showers north of Andros, some showers just north of Eleuthera, and of course in the southern Bahamas you'll begin to see some showers in time. For today, 10 to 15 knots northeast tonight, picking up 20 to 30 knots in Abaco, Grand Bahama, Eleuthera, and in the southern Bahamas, you'll see tropical storm force winds in very short order. So my sister down in Mayaguana, Beatrice Charlton, she will be experiencing, Sister Brown will be experiencing some showers, and my Aunt Mildred Williamson, they're all going to be in the thick of this tropical storm. Windy conditions will be occurring in your area beginning this morning down in the southeast Bahamas and coming on up the chain as Hurricane Earl, a very strong category 4 hurricane, makes its way through the Atlantic to the east of the Bahamas. All right, let's get right to specifically our tropical update for you and talking with you about Hurricane Earl. Okay, this morning, Hurricane Earl, situated at 20.5 north, 66.7 west, 931 millibars at 5 a.m. this morning. There's a position. Fiona down here, and then there's another wave coming in after that. All right, let's give you the forecast track of this storm. Here is the actual location of Earl this morning. Over time, you'll see how it rides up to the east of the Bahamas, just very, very close, and then makes its way up here by Friday. So it's going to be a pretty fast-moving storm. Let me show you that again as it rides right on up along the east of the entire chain of island, and it will have sufficient activity to again to cause showers and some thunderstorms to come across the southeastern Bahamas. We're not too sure about the Eleutheras and Abacos just yet, because we're not sure how far east this storm will go. It's anybody's guess what it will do. As you see, the storm again will ride on up right along the east. Let's put that track again for you, riding all the way up, then across. That's what forecasters are predicting at this time. But of course, you know, errors could be large with just a jog here, just a jog there. So we don't want to let down our guard yet. We want to pay some attention to this storm. Here is Fiona. Take a look at Fiona out in the Atlantic. It'll be moving in. Again, it's a guesswork. They're not sure what it's going to do. Forecasters are suggesting that Fiona will get caught up in the dynamics of Earl and will remain pretty much a tropical storm throughout the life of Fiona. All right, there's the influence of a high pressure off to the east here, then the high pressure off to the west that we're going to be weakening, and here's where the forecast track is really expected to be for Hurricane Earl, as it looks like it will go almost similar to what happened with Danielle, but will remain further towards the west. This high pressure is influencing the movement of the storm. The steering currents is impacting where this storm is going to be going. All eyes will be on this storm here from our vantage point. Now, if you missed the report in its entirety, you can log on to the Abaco disastercommittee.com webpage. In fact, it's now uploaded to Google, so if you can go on your Google Chrome, click in, type in Google, then do a search through Google search, you will get us immediately up on top of the page. Now, you're not going to be so fortunate if you search through MSN, but if you do a Google search, you will certainly get the Abaco Disaster Committee's webpage, and you'll be able to see this report again throughout the course of the day. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. Earl will be paralleling the Bahamas on the way up. Of course, you've got the high pressure that's going to be pushing him off to the, kicking Earl off to the north and northeast rather quickly. That's something we really like to see. As a result of that, the winds will be 20 knots northeast to east, 8 to 10 foot seas, small craft caution advisory in effect. So you guys out there, this is not a day for you to go out there boating. Surfers, we will have rage sea and what you call rip current. We're going to have pretty much a lot of that. 20 knots, southeast Bahamas, 20 to 30 knots as you go into Wednesday. Thursday, Abaco will then begin to see some 20 to 33 knots because that's central and South Abaco, and certainly the folks up in Hopetown, you'll see 20 to 33 knots. Green Turtle Key, Cooperstown, you're likely to see 20 knots as a result of your locale. Also North Abaco, New Providence, 20 knots. Grand Bahama, 20 knots. Now, we're going to post some of the 20 to 33 knots in Bryland and also Spanish Wells because, again, you're going to be closer to the path of where Earl goes than the Nassau or the Western Bahamas. Southeast Bahamas should begin to mellow out as Earl would have passed you by Thursday, and it will be only a matter of discussion after that. That's a look at your weather for today. Thank you so much. And again, you can log on to the Abaco Disaster Committee.com or just type in Abaco Disaster Committee on Google search, and you should be able to get it. If you're having some difficulties this morning getting it, call me here on the program and tell me what you're experiencing, what you're seeing on that web page this morning. Thanks again. We'll be back with you in just a minute.